Now, I want to ask you with basketball.
Uh-huh.
I know Japan, or what I've heard, is that a lot of times it wasn't like the message wasn't to try a lot of different sports. It was kind of just to find your sport and you just keep practicing it and you're pretty much one sport the whole way. Was it like that when you grew up?
Yep, exactly.
Exactly
Exactly
like
like
that.
that. Once I pick basketball, that's the only sport that I play for, and there's no seasons, right?
Yeah.
So here there's 3 seasons and you can switch it up, but even in high school, there's no season. Once you pick a sport, then that is your sport and you just go with it. If you want to change it, then you completely change it. So
Got it.
then that's the sport that you play throughout the year.
Got it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what the practice schedule was like and how intense or how many hours or what was it like, because you're only playing one sport, so everything is focused on getting better at basketball. So what was that like through your childhood and playing basketball all the way up through college?
So for elementary school club, like I said, it was weekend. So that's the only time we practice. However, more intense, I guess, area or club teams or whatever, it depends on intensity. So my team wasn't that intense, it wasn't that good, but for example, my friend's daughter, she's in a really good team and they practice, I believe, like 2 or 3 times a week, including weekdays. So after school they will go to this different gym, like they have to transport her because it's far, and yeah, they participate there. But in that club, all of the other student athletes who are at a certain level, like there is a trials and you have to, it's similar to here, I guess. There's a trial and all the good players come and play. So it is their goal to enter a good club team to be better. Yeah.
So when you played, you mentioned there's no seasons. Was there any off time, or was it always like just games continuously throughout the year?
Yeah. So there's not much off time. There's always some sort of tournaments or leagues throughout the year that you shoot for. So yeah, there is no off time concept. Yeah. So that's throughout juniors. So junior high school or the middle school in Japan is 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
And then 10, 11, 12 is high school. Same thing. You select a sport and that's the sport that you stick with. And there's no seasons. There's always some sort of competition throughout the year and you keep practicing every day.
Every day. And when you actually got that, so explain, on average, what was your day like? Because from my understanding, talking to other people that grew up in Japan playing sports, it's pretty much your whole day is consumed with activities, right? So what was your typical school day like? When would you start? And then were you still walking to school, I guess is the question. And then when would you actually get home and kind of wind down?
So it depends on the level. So the elementary school is kind of like that, just weekends. But then middle school was further, but we were allowed to ride bicycles. So it was like 20 minutes bicycle ride to school. And so we'll get there. The school starts, I believe, if I remember correctly, like 8:15.
Okay.
So we'll get there. We'll leave house around 7:30, get there 8:15, attend class. And usually we have until 4 p.m. So it's long school. I was surprised that it was so short here in the United States.
Yes.
Yeah. So 4 o'clock you get out of the class and get to the gym, practice until 6:30, 7. That's middle school. And then go home. High school. The high school that I went to was far. So it was... So from my house to the closest train station was 15 minutes bicycle ride. And then you get on the train and it's another 45 minutes train ride.
Wow.
And from that train station, another 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes bike riding. So I had 2 bikes.
2 bikes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So that was a long commute to my high school, but similar. Get out of school around 4 and then practice 2 to 3 hours after that. Some season you have morning practice before the school. So that's when I had to catch like the earliest train to get to the morning practice like that. College was probably the worst in terms of the amount of practice.
Intensity,
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. Within the 4 years that I participated, we had 5 ACLs.
Okay.
I think 5 ACLs and 1 Achilles rupture.
Okay. Yeah.
And think of it now, like looking back, I thought it was all fatigue factors. We're practicing doubles, no rest in between.
And no rest, like no off season too,
no
right?
off season.
So
everybody had some sort of injury.